Everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So we're finally doing the LG OLED C5 TV. I have it delivered, I have unboxed it, and I have set it up. I'm going to show you guys the setup in a little bit. So we're going to do a little bit of comparison video versus the CX, and a couple of you guys have been requested that, and you want to see how good the C5 is compared to the CX and if it's worth the upgrade for this year's LG OLED TV. Now I did a comparison video with the CX versus the C3 2 years ago. You can go back and watch that if you want to see the difference between those TVs. And for me, I didn't think that it was that much of a difference between the CX and the C3 for me to waste another 2,500 for that minimal of changes that the LG OLED had between the CX and the C3. So we're gonna see how good the C5 is and see if it's worth the upgrade for you guys that are wondering how good the C5 have gotten. Now keep in mind, I'm gonna tell you guys this, that LG OLED TVs needs watch hours, right? So we have at least 50 to 100 watch hours before your LG OLED TV reaches its peak. So it's a little bit of an unfair comparison video to do versus the C5 with the CX, because my CX, like I said, it's already reached that, and I've calibrated it to its full potential. Like, it's amazing how good the video quality is on the C5, on the CX. So it's not really a fair comparison to the C5, but we're still gonna do it. Like, we're gonna see how good it is straight out of the box and see how good it is, like I said. So let me just set up the camera and show you guys the two setups that I've done. Let's go. And here we got it, guys. The C5 versus the CX. Pause the video and guess which one you think is the CX and which one you think is the C5, and see if you guys could guess it right. But this is the C5, and you can see it where it says Starsky and Hutch. It is a lot brighter on this TV if we compare it to the CX. So watch that orange part and you will see that it has better coloring and better lighting on the Starsky and Hutch thing where the orange stuff is. So it's gonna be pretty exciting to try it out. It is nighttime here, around 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna try it out in nighttime mode today, and then in tomorrow's video probably I'm gonna do a little bit of see how much it changes when you're doing a daytime test of these two TVs as well. So let's try out a movie scene and see how good the C5 is on a bright scene, and then we're gonna try a darker scene and see which one performs the best. So cinema mode now on both TVs. Energy saving is off on both TVs, and that is the first setting that you need to turn off when you're getting any OLED TV out of the box. Turn off energy saving mode, because that way you will really see what your OLED TV is capable of when it comes to producing brighter images and brighter lights coming out of it. So let's go. I'm going to turn on a scene and let's do the test. So let's go. A little bit of comparison with the movie Prey from Disney Plus. Right away I can see that the colors on the C5 is a little bit warmer when it comes to having that warm quality of video. But we still have both on cinema mode, and they pretty much have the same settings. I'm gonna turn off the lights I have on the side because I think they're kind of disturbing the quality of that. So now I think you can see a little bit better differences between these two. It has a little bit of that colder video image. As you can see now, the C5 is a little bit warmer, have a little bit warmer colors. But the CX still looks amazing, man. If I wouldn't have the C5 next to it, I wouldn't even thought about that. It is a little bit warmer video quality on the C5. Like the CX still looks amazing. What you guys think? Which TV looks the best right now in comparison? So a little bit darker scene, we got Game of Thrones, a classic to use with a TV like this. There was a lot of backlash back then when this episode first dropped. Nobody could see anything, but when you have an OLED TV, you can pretty much see anything, right? So this scene is a perfect example of how good the OLED TV really is. Now, I had no problems watching this episode. I can even change the settings to vivid and it would open up the colors a little bit. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So if we go to, oh, we got it on vivid. I forgot I changed it. So we got it on vivid right now. And as you can see, there is no problem watching this scene at all. Everything looks amazing. The C5 still has warmer colors, warmer lights coming out of it, which makes it a little bit like when you see the fire right now, pretty amazing, right? Let me just turn down the volume a little bit. We don't want any of those copyright stuff going on. So, amazing stuff, amazing stuff. Like, you cannot go wrong with any of these two TVs, but the C5 still has brighter image, brighter lights coming out of it, which you can see when the fire comes right now. So pretty amazing, pretty amazing. I would like to know what you guys think about it, because we're going to do a couple of more tests. Tomorrow I'm going to do a little bit of a daylight test to see if the glare coming out of the lights from outside is doing anything in comparison of these two, even in these two TVs. And then we're going to do some gaming test as well. I want to see how good the C5 performs. So guys, comment which one you would rather go with, and comment if you changed from your CX to the C5 and how satisfied you are with the C5 compared to the CX. And as always, comment, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next couple of days, because we're going to do a lot of testing with these two TVs. I really want to see how good the C5 is and see how good the CX still is compared to today's TV. So comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.